Mutare in regards to forestry,
Yes.
climate change,
Yes.
and issues to do with the economy, as it has been alluded in the conference.
Correct. Yeah, thanks. We are here from the different sectors, the climate sector, forestry sector, even civil society NGOs were here. Together we wanted to come up with an agreed forest definition. Forest definition is so important, for the nation, so that when we talk to say forestry management, sustainable forest management, you want to be understood, because there are lots of definitions which can be given for forests, because in Zimbabwe we've got what we call bushlands, where you find trees. We also have what are called scrublands, where there are very short trees, and those are not forests at all. So when you talk of forests, that's why we came up with a proper agreed definition to say the trees in that area must be at least minimum of 3 meters in height, and also that they must be about half a hectare in size, and then of course 10% of the area is canopy.
What
That
is the
very
importance of this as you are a member of the Forest Commission in
Yes.
Zimbabwe?
Number one, the importance of it is that when you are talking to your partners, even funders, they also want to know the size of the forest that you have. Number two, we were talking of the Red Plus, where we're talking about carbon issues. You want to be able to calculate how much carbon is in our forests, which we can trade at the international market. Then we can get revenue to manage those forests. So if you don't know your forests, you can't go and convince the funders that your forests are this big. You can't tell them how they are increasing in size when you don't know what a forest is. So that's very critical, so that we understand each other, both locally and internationally.
What is the importance of this program to the nation?
The nation, because linking it to the forest policy, we want to manage our forests together as Zimbabweans, both communities, private organizations, us as government organizations and civic organizations. Together, we want to do what is called public-private partnerships in managing our forests together. So that's the common understanding which we were putting together, so that we understand each other. Like the Bible says, you can't walk together when there's no agreement. You have to agree where you are coming from and where you are going. So it was like a baseline which we can talk about.
But you may also agree that there has been a rampant cutting down of trees across the nation. What is your comment and opinion in that regard?
Very true, and we are fighting it as Forestry Commission together with our other agencies, law enforcement agencies like ZRP, our colleagues from EMA and RDCs. We are fighting it, but it's so massive. It's so massive because I think we've gone through this COVID pandemic. Most of the people were doing their private jobs, private industry, which was halted because of the pandemic. So people had problems of, their livelihoods. So they were resorting to the forest, to the wood, so that they can get livelihoods. We are saying, well, that may be true, but us as Forestry Commission, we know how difficult it is to raise trees. We're trying to educate communities so that they harvest sustainably, especially those that are in raw areas. They have the right to utilize. But if they are commercializing the wood, then it becomes an offense. And we are trying to educate, but also arrest those that we feel are on the wrong side of the law.
How are you making this public awareness from the youths, women, girls, gender? How are you doing it?
Yes, we organize workshops in the rural areas. We've got forestry officers across the country. In every district we are represented. So we've been organizing workshops and also what we call field days. This time of the year, we are talking of the National Tree Planting Day. So there have been occasions where we even have our First Lady going around the country educating our communities on the importance of looking after the trees and forests. We also go through the radios. We have got radio programs, almost all the radio stations that we have in Zimbabwe. so that we reach to the public that we have. We've also been working with our traditional leaders, the councillors also, the village heads, the chiefs, assisting us that they should control what is happening there. More specifically also the industry itself, especially the tobacco industry. We work with TIMB and a lot of tobacco associations across the country because they are the